Sup, guys? It's 11:18 p.m. recording this. What's up, y'all? Saturday, the 26th of April. Month is almost, ending. We talk about guys having no destiny, man having no destiny. You know, something to truly define them, to move forward in this called life that we live in, a true purpose, you know, that will lead them to finding of what they're valuable, you know, whether it's tangible or not. What I'm saying? Or you could say spiritual, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I find that a lot of guys, especially us, we're lost and there's no true destiny for a lot of us. Some of us do and some of us don't. We get it. We're able to move tack on mission, on board, and just focus. But a lot of guys are just lost. And it's only getting harder. What I mean harder, things are only getting more denser. The air's getting thick. You know what I'm saying? The gravitational force is getting wide, more rigid. So life is actually liking. And a lot of guys seem to not be getting it. Like, we got to stay strong together. You know what I'm saying? And move towards the goal. It doesn't have to be for money, but just for life. Just move right, bro. Have just, of course, goals and have this code about you to stay this balance all times. You know, just rise above because just have something. Because the moment we just pass on and we transcend, it's like, what do we leave? Because a lot of guys go out this world and they left nothing. They're just forgetting about and they're scattered away. Or they throw their lives in the trash and something just happens. They just don't even care. A lot of guys just have no purpose nowadays or true destiny, you know. You know, something that's gonna push them forward, because everybody else has their leeway, has their chances, has what they have, but us guys, you can even talk about, melanated guys too. We have nothing. We have no community. We don't gotta necessarily build a community, but we need a voice. We have purpose. We need to achieve, do something, knowing that we're just not a piece of tomatoes and we're not just utilities because we go to our graves and we left nothing behind and we're just forgotten. Nobody is saying anything about us. There's no nothing. And this is sad that we do this. And don't feel bad for doing what you gotta do and it's not panning out or doing it's not panning out. Trust me. People see, bro. People will watch. Of course you'll not be a mass level because it's not being brought apart, but at least you're doing something. But most guys are just taking it in up the chin. They're not doing it. It's good to move on, but we got to use it to excel and push us. Because the moment we pass on or we go on with our lives, we're going to be forgotten. Imagine we come together with this. We have something, we have a code. Man, it's going to be even greater. But a lot of you guys are by themselves or they don't know anything, like, or they just lost themselves. It's even worse. That's why I have time to push this because we have this our goal is to raise the consciousness, man. Especially of the planet and people, especially like other men too. And we're exceptional, and we're the voice because nobody else is on this. Nobody else is just trying to fight, especially guys who just have no destiny. So it's like I don't want to just die and go on with my life and act like nothing just happened or I didn't do anything. So they bury me. It's like nothing is said towards me. Like it's not even cool. That's why I try to do right as much as possible, even in this daunting freaking world or where we live in, as much as possible. Even if it's a bad day, even if it's a bad person, you know, I just try to just be right and do what I got to do because energy is energy, bro. Because I don't want to die and just be forgotten like a piece of paper and not doing anything because we didn't choose to come here for no reason, just to leave nothing out, just to not obtain nothing. We didn't come here to be basement dwellers stuck in our rooms suffering. We did not choose this life. We're living worse than peasants. So we need to fight for what's best for us while moving right at the same time. I know that's difficult, but we have to. This is our destiny. Unless the consequence we're going to pay is we're going to be gone and forgotten forever and be done. In your family, everybody else will suffer. Everybody else, because you know everybody else, they ain't really on nothing. They're crazy. They're loose. They're not even in the right state of mind. You're probably the reason why somebody didn't knock themselves up loose and end their life because they see you going. Imagine you start doing what you're doing. It's done. You don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You always wonder why you say something. You took in a video, somebody like you thought somebody stealing it of what you said is because your voice, your tongue is a voice box. It sends messages like radio waves. It's vibration. And we're in a type of consciousness. So your thoughts, your words are just are information that's being projected outwardly. That's why you may see certain things like that. So look at it like that. Of course, it may not be overnight, but we're thinking of in time. It's just a message, something to say, something for the world to ponder and reflect. You know what I'm saying? Because when we pass on, we're just forgotten about it and we don't care. And this is not cool. We have a true destiny. We are true souls. You know, if not, then everybody else with us will suffer. Of course, it took for us the suffering to get there because we didn't have it all within us yet. So we had to push it out of us to understand, to get the grip. But now we understand. So now it's time to push for better for us, no matter what, because we're going to pay the consequences, or our families, or everything else, or the person next to us is going to pay. You don't know why the next person's a reason why they're doing what they do the next day, why they're living. You could probably be the reason. You don't know. You could be motivated somebody. You just don't know. Somebody told me this a couple, 2 years ago, 2023. It was time goes on fast. That I did this. I was motivated. I don't even have you know lottery money yet, and they told me. They didn't even like tell me directly, but they told somebody else that, man, I see you moving, man, you pushing me, you motivating. I'm telling you, bro, you could be the reason why. And I didn't even think so. I didn't really think I was doing anything because I was just started. I was just, caught up in my ways, my habits, kind of messed up in the head a little bit. Just, you just caught up in your ways. But I was able to kind of change that, you know. So the guy told me because you know how people be having like egos and keeping things to themselves, but he actually told me, and I was like, damn, I didn't even know that, bro. Bro, people are watching. Other guys are watching, bro. You're the reason why the guy didn't put the 9 millimeter pistol to his head. If that guy puts that 9 millimeter thing to his head, you're gonna be accounted for that because you didn't push for it. You know what's right. You know what's better. And that guy who put the 9 millimeter to his head and take himself out, him and his family will suffer. Of course, you deserve a reward for it. Of course, don't be a sacrificial lamb and not get anything. You deserve riches and wealth. The Bible says, be fruitful and multiply. Plant seeds, grow, harvest. Figuratively speaking, we deserve something. respect, honor, riches, all that. But being in this position, just accepting it and being rotten in our rooms, it ain't gonna do shit. It's not enough. It's not gonna do anything. Because what if we have a heart attack? You don't know what happened. You already know how shit is sometimes. You just don't know. And now we're forgotten. What if we get a health scare? Now we're doomed. Now it's like we don't even have the motivation. Now we can't use our. You see what I'm saying? You see, we got a few definitions. We're not rotten tomatoes, man. We are something to ponder, something to be great. We can be abundant, bro. We can move with our destiny. We have something. Everyone, because what we're showing in society is the scums. What they're showing to us in our faces, the people are scums. They're showing the worst of the worst people. They're showing just terrible, terrible characteristics of humans. Something that's just almost unhuman like, because why would you even want to follow that? It's very degrading. The people that they show the men, these are not people that we need to see. We need to see exceptional people. But it's on people like us to continue to push for this while doing right, while living in the world, while trying to be righteous and balanced. It's kind of difficult, but it's like you got to live with between both and merge it together because we have to live because we are in this reality. We don't want to start no karmic cycles. We already been suffering for generations. Now it's time for us. It's really the time. We have our laptops, our phones. We can speak through this now. So now it's time. Because what the fuck are we waiting for? We waiting for Jesus? We waiting for this? Trump? They ain't gonna help us. They don't care. It's all we went through years ago. Nobody's gonna help us. It's on us, bro. To save this. If not, we're doomed. We are doomed, and our family is doomed. Us and everybody midst of us will suffer. So we gotta do what we gotta do right now. It's time to move with purpose, destiny, abundance, clarity, because if not, we're doomed. Can't move backwards, man. So you gotta move with destiny, man.